But still I want to tell you something about the ciliated epidermis. Epidermal cells are mostly they are flat cells. They are flat cells. If they are found in if they are found in a layer, if they are found in a layer, then we call it as a stratified epithelium or stratified epidermis. But here there is no striated, but here what is written is the ciliated. Striated means in many layers, but here what is this? This is ciliated. Look at this. If this is the epidermis or epithelial layer, the epithelial cell or layer is having a cilia like structure, that is hair like structure. Such kind of epidermis is known as the ciliated epidermis. I hope you got it. Now the respiration in echinodermata. Respiration is in echinodermata occurs through a gills present on dermal gills, through a gills that is present on dermal layer. Okay, membrane, it means membrane. Through these gills they can exchange gases in and out. They can respire inside the water. In phylum Echinodermata, excretion occurs by through the body surface, directly through the body surface. It means the body surface can remove the waste material directly in the water through the body surface. And whenever they excrete or remove the waste is consist of ammonia. That is NH4. So they are also known as ammonotelic animals. Okay, if we look at their circulatory system, they are having an open circulatory system, and if we look at their fertilization, then the fertilization occurs externally. It means the fertilization occurs outside the body. Now let's see something about the affinities of echinoderms with respect to the chordates. Okay, first thing, that is the cleavage. We are well known about the cleavage process. What is this cleavage? Look at this. If we have a sperm and we have a ovum, then it fertilized to form zygote. Okay, zygote further develops. How? By the process of cleavage. In cleavage, what it happens, the zygote first divides into two cells, then the two cells divides into four cells, then the four cell divides into number of cells, 8 cell. Similarly, the 8 celled structure develops into 16 celled structure. Then the 16 celled structure further divides till the formation of 32 celled stage. Finally, in cleavage, what is formed? The random of cells are formed. The number of cells are formed, which letters these number of cells, 32 celled stage, later arrange. These cells are arranged, first forming an outer layer. Some cells are moving out, forming an outer layer, that is the ectoderm. Some cells move from inside, that is through the middle, that is the mesoderm, and some cell arranges through the internals, that is the inner layer. And at this stage we can determine it as a blastula or gastrula level. Okay, so you got an idea about the cleavage. Cleavage is the process in which the zygote is developed to form blastula or gastrula. Okay, look at this. If we look at the cleavage of echinoderm and chordates, what we can observe is cleavage is radial. Cleavage is radial. Radial is a type of cleavage. Radial is a type of cleavage, and this kind of cleavage is found in both echinoderm as well as in chordates. Okay, look at this 8-celled stage, that is spiral cleavage. Later forms the gastrula, and it later forms the protostomes. Now the second thing is about the gastrulation. Gastrulation by invagination. Gastrulation by invagination. What is the gastrulation? Gastrulation is the process in which the blastula is developed to form gastrula. ठीक है, तो let's see again about the cleavage. This is zygote divides again and again, forming a random of cells, that is the 32-celled ball-like structure. This is known as the blastula. Again, the blastula arranges into a layer of cells, some cells moving outside, some cells from the middle, and some cells from the inside. This stage in which we can identify the layer of the cells is known as the gastrula layer. And the process of formation of gastrula from blastula is known as gastrulation. This process is known as gastrulation. This process is known as cleavage. Zygote to blastula is cleavage, or cleavage can also be known as blastulation. And blastula till the formation of gastrula is the process of gastrulation. Okay, and while the arrangement of cells, it can be of many types, but if we look at the echinoderm and chordates, the kind of gastrulation is through the invagination. That is, the mesoderm layer comes inside like this. Here in this diagram it is shown in blue color. Okay, next is the Deuterostomous. Both echinoderms and chordates are deuterostomes. Deuterostome means, look at this picture, it is the technique, it is the method in which the anus is formed first, then the mouth is formed in last or later. The process in which the anus is formed first is known as Deuterostomous. Here, if we look at this diagram, this is the mouth part and this is the anus part. If we look at the gastrulation formation of mouth occurs first. Such kind of process is protostomous. But if in our next picture, that is this part, here the anus is formed first. Look at this, anus is formed first, mouth is formed later. mouth is formed later. This kind of process is known as the Deuterostomous. Okay, most of the animals are Deuterostomous and some are also the Protostomous. But if we see the echinoderms and chordates, they both are Deuterostomous in nature. Okay, another one is the coelom. That is, coelom is a kind of cavity that is present between the body wall and gut, and in this phylum, in both these phylum, whether it is echinoderm or in chordates, both are having introcoelic. Okay, the next one, that is the last one, the Endosychialatin is also present in echinoderm as well as in chordate, but they are formed from the mesoderm. That is the central lining. We have already discussed it, that this is ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, and the endosychialatin is formed from mesodermal layer. Okay, with this, our phylum echinoderms characters are almost completed. So, dear students, I'm very much thankful to you for listening me. Thank you so much.